Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, today's show is brought to you by this camera light right here. This is what I look without the light on. This is how it looks with the light on, okay? So you definitely want this light if you are interested in content creation. Again, let me show you what's going off, on. We can also turn the intensity up and down. We can also change the effect from natural to fluorescent. All right. So that is my commercial. Good morning, y'all. You want it free. Let me get it. She a Virgo, so I can't explain her. It is. Yes, it is. My ears are sensitive. Whoa, whoa. Hey, Karen. How you doing? Karen Scott. All right. So we are going to get started reading over the terms of service for the commercial music on TikTok. Okay. We are continuing our series on the the policies that you sign up for when you are on a social media app. Okay, when you are on a social media app, it's not your personal property. It's like you're in someone else's house and you have to abide by their rules, right? So um you have to abide by their rules. So you have to know the rules to be able to abide by them, right? A lot of times you might get some type of violation and you're like, what are you talking about? I don't even know what rule I violated. If you check the terms of service or any of their policies, you're probably going to find out, what, obscure, maybe not so obscure rule that you violated. So we have gone over the new terms of service. We've gone over the privacy policy. We've gone over the the community guidelines. Yesterday we went over the regular music policy. Today we are going over the commercial music policy. Okay. Now, so this is important for you guys who are trying to use music for your brand, brand reviews and things like that. Okay. So we are going to start. Let's get it popping. Make sure that you share this out to your people. Tap the screen. Okay. So let's start. Commercial music library user terms. These commercial music library terms apply to the use of sounds, music, and non-music selected from TikTok's commercial music library, the CML, whether via the TikTok mobile app, web application, or TikTok Creative Center website. Sounds selected from the CML will be referred to in these terms as commercial sound. So if you are on here and you are registered as a business, when you try to use certain sounds or when you want to use music for your posts, right? You will notice that you don't get the regular music that we hear on the radio. You get these different beats, right? Those are the commercial sounds that TikTok has for you to be able to use music for your for your business posts without violating copyright. So they provide you these commercial sounds. All right. The association of a commercial sound with a brand logo or trademark or other hold on. In addition to the, oh no, sorry, I missed something. Here we go. In addition to the CML being accessible by individual users, the CML and commercial sounds are also made available to brands, businesses, commercial entities, and advertisers, collectively business users, for inclusion in videos for posting on TikTok, which may include but not be limited to the following types of uses: the association of a commercial sound with a brand logo or trademark or other brand identifying characteristics, advertising, marketing, endorsing, sponsoring, or publicizing, including so-called paid hashtag challenges, a product and or service on TikTok. What that means is these commercial sounds that we have provided to you, these commercial sounds that you can access in the library as a business, you can use them when you're doing your your brand posts. If you have a brand deal, you can use them if you are promoting your services. What they don't want is, I just use her because she's easy. Cardi B, you can't take a Cardi B song and use it on a post to promote your, I don't know, flat tummy tea, okay? Because that would be a false association of the song with the product, and that is not what's happening, right? So, okay. All right. So, next. No. Next, these types of uses will be referred to as commercial uses. If you engage in commercial uses, you acknowledge and agree to the following terms. You may only post or share videos that include commercial sounds within TikTok and by using the sharing features made available to TikTok users. Commercial uses outside of TikTok are not permitted and no rights are guaranteed or granted by TikTok for such uses. Any uses outside of TikTok are subject to you obtaining separate permissions and licensing the necessary rights directly from the commercial sound right holders. These types of outside uses include but are not limited to posting videos on third-party digital platforms and inclusion of commercial sounds in audio or visual content on television, radio, and in theatrical media. I'm doing well, Stanby. So what that means is they're like, listen, you can sell as much as you... Toby, quiet. You can sell as much as you want on our platform, okay? Using our commercial sounds. But if you're trying to take our commercial sounds and go, run an ad on, I don't know, Netflix or any local television station, they're like, no, you cannot do that. You can use our commercial sounds to sell stuff on the TikTok app. That's what they're telling you. Okay? That's the commercial sounds. You are not permitted to make available, distribute, or perform the commercial sounds separately from the videos into which you have incorporated the sounds. So what that means is, right, you can't take the commercial sounds that TikTok has provided us and then go and, I don't know, create a library of your own somewhere and say, hey guys, I've got these sounds that you can use, right? I don't know how you would do that, but they're basically saying, look, hi, thank you for the like. They're saying, please do not go in these streets and, act like these like you deal in these commercial sounds. These commercial sounds are us. They're only supposed to be used on our platform, and you cannot make them available to other people independent of anything else. Okay. So they're basically saying don't go trying to steal our commercial sounds. Okay. All right. You are not permitted to use commercial sounds in an illegal manner or in any way that violates the rights of third parties or in connection with any content that is illegal or otherwise violates TikTok's terms of service. In addition, some of the commercial sounds may be subject to additional requirements and or restrictions as further specified in the CML. You agree to comply with these additional requirements when you use commercial sound. So they're saying, look, don't be on here using our commercial sounds for no shenanigans on TikTok, okay? If you're trying to promote your, I don't know, because we have a lot of SCAMs up here on the app, right? What is this? Because there's a lot of SCAMs on the app and they want to cover themselves. They're saying, look, if you trying to SCAM people on this app and you using our commercial sounds, no, that's not what we doing here, okay? Oh, okay. All right. Hold on. Ooh. Yes. All right. So next, commercial sounds are the only sounds. Thank you guys. No. Commercial sounds are the only sounds made available on TikTok for commercial uses. Otherwise, no rights are granted to make commercial uses of any other sounds, music and non-music, on or through TikTok. So commercial sounds are the only ones that are available for use, okay? They're the only ones that are available to sell stuff. Listen. Post all the nonsense you want. I'ma just block you, but it's still engagement on my thing. Hoes. Commercial sounds designated as premium may be subject to an additional fee for their use. So they do have some sounds that you can use for that you have to pay for. The exact amount may vary, and the calculation of any associated fee for use of a premium track will be displayed at the time you purchase the applicable ad inventory, except as described in this paragraph. All other terms and conditions applicable to commercial sounds also apply to premium tracks, okay? So not all the commercial sounds are free. Some of them cost money. And they'll let you know at the time you pick it if you have to pay for it, all right? With respect to commercial uses by business users, each such business user hereby grants to TikTok and its affiliates the right. Hey, Ramaya Ashley, thanks for following. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. With respect to commercial uses by business users, each such business user hereby grants to TikTok and its affiliates, thank you for reposting, the right to provide data reporting to the rights holders of the commercial sounds. Oh, Ramaya, thank you. Thank you. I love you. Hereby grants to TikTok and its affiliates the right to provide data reporting to the rights holders of the commercial sounds used by the business user in each instance. So what they're saying is, so these commercial sounds that they're providing to us on TikTok, right? They belong to someone. Someone made it. So what they're saying is, yes, we're going to let the person who made that sound know. We're going to give them the information on who's using the sound and for what, okay? Ooh, wait, we gotta listen to this song. This is my favorite. Good morning, good morning. This is my favorite song, one of my favorite songs right now. Elmine and Leon Thomas. Let me know if you could hear it. Wait, is the mic on? No problem. Can you hear the music, Ramaya? Oh, you can't? Okay, hold on. All right, you should be able to hear that now. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I didn't. It's slow. Okay, let me turn it up a little. Am I allowed to mourn you now? Sweetness is so divine to me. All right, here we go. So, okay, I'm gonna continue after this song. Hanging up on the vine. Y'all, I am obsessed with Leon Thomas. His music is so incredible. Like, All right, let's get back to business. This data may include the number of views, creations, likes, followers, business user platform account name, country of the business users, home offices and industry in which the business user operates, the campaign names and business users targeted audience data. Thank you for the Go Pops. Audience data, which may include but may not be limited to gender, personal interest, and geolocation. Any data shared by TikTok pursuant to this paragraph will at all times be subject to all applicable privacy and data sharing laws and regulations. Y'all, when you use the commercial sounds, again, these commercial sounds belong to someone or to some company. They're going to receive the information as to who is using their commercial sounds. And I mean, it's for them because everybody wants the data. They want to know who's using their stuff. Why are they using it, right? So just how when we talked about the privacy policy the other day. Okay, this one needs to be charged. So okay, this thing is on the vine. Okay. Hey, Marcy. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you guys are great. Okay. So let's continue here. All right. So yes. So when you use the commercial sounds, the people who own the sounds are going to get that information. Remember, when we went through the privacy policy and the terms of service, TikTok told us they're collecting all of this data. They're collecting everything that we do on this app. And the moment we step on this app, we give them the permission to do that, right? So one of the things that they're going to do, they're going to compile the data of who is using what commercial sounds, what's popular. What else? You, including business users, are responsible for any claims and disputes that arise from 1, your failure to adhere to and abide by these terms, the TikTok for Business commercial terms of service, or TikTok's terms of service. 2, your unauthorized use of commercial sounds wherever or however accessed. And 3, your unauthorized, unlicensed use of sounds contained in the non-commercial general music library made available to personal users of TikTok. In the event of any such claim, including any complaint, investigation, dispute, litigation, or arbitration brought against TikTok or its affiliates, you shall indemnify and hold harmless TikTok and its affiliates from and against each such claim. So what they are saying is, if you, for some reason, let's say you use the commercial sounds for an improper use, and somebody files a lawsuit against you for whatever reason or a complaint, TikTok said, our name is Bennett and we ain't in it. Don't think you're going to loop us in here. That's on you because we have told you how you're supposed to use the commercial sounds. Okay? So, TikTok, listen, and what I have gathered as we have been reading all of these policies for TikTok is that TikTok ain't trying to take no responsibility for nothing if they can avoid it. Okay? They do not, that is why it's important to have policies in terms of how you interact with your clients and customers, okay? Even as a small business, like you guys who make things, right? You guys, people might give you you might have a custom order, right? Now, when you have a custom order, a lot of y'all just do your deals in the DMs, right? But you're not talking about when is the deposit to? Can you get your deposit back? How much of your deposit can you get back? When can the client, how far into the making can the client cancel the order? All right. And when is it uncancelable if the money's due, right? So let's say somebody orders 1,000 tumblers. They need it in a month. Okay, it's January. Let's say somebody needs 1,000 tumblers for something that's happening in March and it's January, right? You need to let them know, when is the deposit due? What is the return policy? What is the cancellation policy? When do you need the full payment by before you turn over the tumblers? All of that, those are policies. Just like TikTok has their policies, you need to have that for your businesses as well, okay? Excuse me. Let's move on. If you access the commercial sounds through the TikTok Creative Center web portal and not via the TikTok mobile application, you must pay attention and adhere to the usable placements designation with respect to each commercial sound in order to select the appropriate commercial sound for your planned use. Commercial sounds may only be used on designated platforms, which are listed in the usable placement section of the web portal version of the CML. To use commercial sounds in videos on media or platforms other than the platforms listed under the usable placements, you must obtain separate permission from the rights holders, and you're responsible for such permissions and any associated license fees. Any platform not designated under the usable placement section should be considered not permitted for use of the commercial sound in question unless you first obtain the required consents and approvals from the applicable rights holders. What does that mean? Listen, most of us are using TikTok from our phones, right? But it is possible to use TikTok from your computer. It's not the most convenient. I actually find it very clunky trying to use TikTok on my PC, but thank you. Oh, you guys are great. But it's not impossible. It's not impossible. And because it's not impossible, when you're on your computer, especially if you are someone who is tech savvy, there's a lot of things that you might be able to do with the commercial sounds once you're on your computer. And TikTok is letting you know, look, I don't care if you're on your phone or your computer. You better use these commercial sounds the way that we tell you to use them. You rather use your phone? Yes, it's so clunky on the computer. Hold on. I had my mic on earlier because I was walking around, but I'm not walking around anymore, so I can just chill. I need to charge my mics. Yes. So so they're saying, even, if you are one of these tech savvy people, you got one of them supercomputers and you can rip the sounds and do all that, whatever they're like. They said, no, fine. You want to use it on your computer, use it on your computer, but please don't think that you have license to go use it however you want. All right. You're still limited to what we have said the commercial sounds are for. All right. All right. If TikTok at any time loses the right for any reason to make available a particular sound that was previously available as a commercial sound in the CML, TikTok, in its sole discretion, may take down any videos or any other associated audio visual content. Thank you for the engagement, guys. You guys are wonderful. Embodying the commercial sound in question, or mute the audio so that the commercial sound is no longer audible when the video is played. TikTok has no liability to you or any third party with respect to the loss of rights associated with a particular commercial sound or the resulting takedown or muting of videos embodying such commercial sound. So what they're saying is, if there is a commercial sound that we have and you use it for a post, and then later on down the line, we lose the rights to that commercial sound, we may have to mute your video. It has, right? We may have to mute your video. Yes. Yeah. And that is the end of the commercial music policy. So that's the commercial music policy. Why am I reading all of these policies to you guys? I want you guys to be aware of what is happening when you guys are on a social media app. The terms and services, and the policies that TikTok has, they are not that much different than the policies from the other apps. When you are on a social media app, you are in someone else's house. You have to abide by their rules. The reason why we can use these apps for free is because they are collecting our data and using it to make money. Okay. Yes, Nadia Creations. So if you are a person who is very particular about your information and don't want it in the streets, social media may not be a place for you because they're collecting everything. They have rules for everything. They know where you are. They know what phone you're using. They know what system you're using. They know, the basics about you. Okay. And because they have that information and they know that things can go wrong, they have all of these policies in place so that if something happens, they have the least amount of liability possible. Okay. So that was the commercial, but what did I do with the thing I was reading from? Okay. So again, we have gone through a lot of and all. Yes, exactly. So when you are connecting, like, when they say you can connect your app to another app, like if you can cross post from here to like the kilos, grams, and milligrams, that's giving them permission to collect all that data, right? Yes. Yes. I feel, are we not friends already? I feel like we're friends already. Did I meet you in another room? Nadia, you had to reopen your TT shop. You were getting restrictions, like they was restrictions for what, my love? Okay, me and Nadia Creations were definitely connected. For crafting. Yeah. Crafters, you guys have a tough time. You guys have a really tough time. Because you guys are so talented. You guys are so talented and you can kind of create anything. Oh, honey, you're a honeybee. Okay, now I understand the support. I was like, okay, you're a honeybee. Y'all know I love me some honey. Honey's so funny. That's the listen, she is you have a TT shop and no products. Crafting. Yeah, crafting is tough because you guys can remake anything, right? So sometimes you'll be remaking something, you're like, oh, this is cool, but then you don't realize that it's violating intellectual property. So it's really important that you understand the rules that are going on with it's like if you're a crafter, do you have an ETSY account? Do you have an ETSY account? Who's that? Nadia. Do you have an ETSY account? Because listen, they will shut you down in a heartbeat, okay? If they even smell any type of intellectual property violation. And actually that is the policy that we're going to go over tomorrow morning. Girl, you need to get with Join the Craft Room. Your crafting bestie. She's on here. She is a top selling ETSY seller and she teaches other crafters how to increase their ETSY sales. All right. Yes. So tomorrow, guys, we are going to go over the intellectual property policies of TikTok. Okay. What does that mean? This policy applies to all content on the platform that is protected by intellectual property. So we're talking trademarks, copyrights, things like that. Okay. So I feel like I've been on. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that was pretty short today. Do you guys have any questions before I sign off? This was a nice and quick and dirty reading. Again, tomorrow we are doing the intellectual property. Once you started your TT shop, the restrictions stop. Tomorrow. Okay. So guys, if you want to review any of these videos, remember I did the terms of service. I did the privacy policy. I did the community guidelines. I did the music sounds, and today we did the commercial music sounds. Okay, I cannot help you with your TT shop. You need to go to your crafting bestie. She will help you with your, oh no, your TT shop. Hotel Pennsylvania. Hotel Pennsylvania. Let me type her name in here, because she's doing well in the TT shop, and she's still like learning and stuff. So she's get hotel plant. Hold up, hotel plant. Sylvania. Yeah. So that is her. That's her handle here on TT. She's got a big TT shop, and she is great. Oh, okay. Well, why don't you put the site in your BIO? Put the site in your BIO. Huh? You welcome. Put the site in your BIO, Nadia, if you have a site. That's what I did for my digital products. By the way, if you want to get my digital products, if you go to the LINK and my BIO, you can get my ebooks and video trainings. Now, for these readings of the policies, if you want me to deliver the copies to you directly for any of them, again, we're talking about the privacy policy, the terms of service, the what do you call that? The community guidelines, the music policies that we've gone over. If you want me to deliver any of those directly to your DMs, that you gotta throw a galaxy, and I will send you the recordings for all of them. Okay. But in the meantime, let me see. Yeah. So if you have some questions about your TT shop, check out Hotel Pennsylvania. If you are interested in intellectual property, y'all want to link up with me tomorrow, because we will be reading the intellectual property policy for TT. Okay. So I'm gonna leave y'all here for right now, because I gotta focus on this work. My brain is all over the place this morning, and I didn't have my coffee, and I don't have anything to mix my coffee with. So, all right, guys, have a great day. Bye.